Hi, and welcome to another week's garden walkabout. I wanted to show you what the garden was looking like today. It's beautiful, quiet weekend morning, and I thought I would come out here and show you some of these beautiful blooms in the garden. So these are the tiger swirl lilies and the ruby star lilies. Aren't these blooms magnificent? They are just so glorious, so huge, and just love the bold colors on it. And can you believe my pansies are still going in this container, and I'm going to enjoy them for as long as they want to last. Love how the purple of the geranium is peeking behind it, and it's really creating a sea of geranium in the back, if you can see that. Isn't that gorgeous? The roses are starting to flush again, lots of new growth, lots of buds. They are starting to flush again, and I love how that looks. I did plant some sun patience in the front of this border. They were in pots, and I'm going away on vacation, so I thought they would have a better chance in the ground than in the pot in case they don't get watered. So and I did do a bit of rearranging in this front border. I did edge this area, as you can see, and I made it a little bit bigger just so that I could add some of these annuals. And I also divided some gaillardia in here, which is why this is looking a little bit rough. But the annuals are starting to bloom. I have some geraniums and little annuals here and there that should pick up and look really pretty in here. I love these sun patience, the variegated ones. I think they look really nice in this spot here. So this is my little seeding nook in the garden, and I'm loving how vibrant the backdrop is. The little lime hydrangeas are starting to really open up, and they are starting to turn a little pink as well, and so beautiful in the garden. Milkweed is pretty much done blooming, and it's looking really pretty. As you can see, there is a whole riot of color in this garden. Not much has changed since the last tour, except that there is a lot more bloom action in here. There is cosmos that is starting to fill in and bloom. There is also lots of echinacea that is still blooming and holding its color. And this Prince Charming buddleia is really standing out in here and really holding and pulling all these colors together as a centerpiece. As you can see, I'm just going to walk back a little bit so you can see this from the other side of the seating nook in the front yard. And I really love this view. I can't paint a better picture than this, that it's so gorgeous with all the colors. It's still early, so the pollinators are not out here, but I did spot a couple of monarchs already. So yeah, I mean, it's really pretty in the garden today. I just thought I would really quickly walk around and show you what it was looking like. And here is the Boulevard Health Strip garden. It's also filling in really nicely. The coneflowers, the helenium, the agastaki is still going. I mean, this is a mishmash of things, but I think it's still pretty nice and colorful and glorious, and it really ties in this other area of my garden in there. So let's walk over and show you what this other side across from my Buddha garden is looking like. It's gorgeous as well. It's filling in. I do have quick fire fab hydrangea, which is starting to turn really a very pretty pink, and this will get more intense as it approaches fall. It's going to be a gorgeous pink. Roses, as I told you, are starting to flush, and my serendipity alliums are starting to bloom as well. And I'm just loving how everything is just mingling with each other and doing their thing. And roses, there is Coreopsis Zagreb, geranium, which is mingling through here, and my double play doozy spirea is also blooming quite a bit more this year than it did last year, and it's really looking good. My banana plant has grown quite a bit. I have one over here, and I have one in the back over there, which I overwintered, and that's grown quite a bit, and I love how it looks like a little tropical jungle in here, and I just love how that feels. It reminds me of home, and I love it. gaillardia, lots of it is starting to bloom. The amethyst pugster is starting to bloom as well. Look how big those blooms are. They're absolutely gorgeous. And lots of agastache blooming. There's blue boa, and I think this is little adder or something like that, and it's gorgeous. And this area here is going to be so prolific with blooms as well, because I have this phlox that is starting to bloom, and this one blooms for quite a bit of time. It's this beautiful variegated phlox, and it's really, really pretty with the soft pink and beautiful blooms, soft blooms. And then the Fama Blue Scabiosa is also continuing to bloom, and I'm loving it. And I do have the Gladiator Joe Pye weed, which is also going to start to bloom soon. So lots of color, lots of action, and I see a monarch just flying around. Do you see it? Oh my God, I don't want to follow it, my camera. But if it settles somewhere, I'll show you. And then this is the other side of the health strip garden. It is also looking really good. It's filling in. The rose is really, you know, bulking up here, and I think it's going to be beautiful when I'm back, and all of this is going to be blooming. There is a lot of native plants in here that are seedlings, but I think this one is starting to bloom here, which I wasn't expecting, and I'm loving it. Lots of coneflowers, lots of echinacea. I also have catmint in here, and the sedum is starting to also looking like in another couple of weeks it should be open, the blooms, and it should add some more color here. And yeah, this area is really filling up, and I think next year it's going to be really, really gorgeous. So yeah, that's my front garden this morning. I thought I would just take you along and show you what it was looking like. It's a really peaceful time of the day, and I'm just loving being out here and showing you my garden. And I'm just going to walk with you to my backyard. Let's just do a quick walk in the back as well, so I can show you what it's looking like. This is the side of my porch, and it's also full and vibrant with colors. There's this beautiful glorious phlox which is blooming. The miscanthus morning light is adding such a nice texture. My pinky winky standard is starting to bloom. Isn't that beautiful? It's just a stunning view from here as well. So let me just take you to the backyard. We'll do a quick walk, and I just want to walk in my garden today and show you what's happening. So here in the side garden, again, lots of echinacea. There's lots of color still. Florentina is putting out some crazy canes, which I need to tame, but I will do it when I'm back. And here is my very first perennial hibiscus. This is the Berry Awesome. I was so happy to see it this morning, so I could see the first bloom before I left, and it's gorgeous. Still have some daylilies blooming, echinacea, hydrangea, that's Bobo. I also have another baby Joe Pye weed here, which is starting to open. I have the Sonic Vigila, which is reblooming as well. Rudbeckia, black-eyed Susans have opened up everywhere, looking really pretty, especially with this Miss Violet Buddleia. I just love this combination very much. Hydrangeas are blooming everywhere, as you can see. Just looking stunning. Let's walk into the shade garden and I'll show you. Sorry if there is a lot of glare in the garden. So Incredibles are looking really, really nice. Here is a view of the garden from here. This is what we just walked. And yeah, this is the shade garden. Very peaceful, very green, very calm this morning. Just loving all the colors. And the peace and quiet in this garden is just absolutely beautiful with the birds chirping. Yeah, in the back here, not much is really happening in terms of blooms, but it's very green. I think when I'm back, there will be a lot more blooms here. I did cut back my daisies. My dahlias are budded up. There's geranium, which is blooming. I do have more coneflowers here that are blooming. Roses, like I said, are flushing back, so there should be more blooms. Persicaria is blooming. This is Firetail. And lots of geranium is starting to peek through and wave itself in there, and I just love that when that happens. That combination is just very light and airy and ethereal. Hostas are mostly done blooming, but my sum and substance, no, not sum and substance, the guacamoles are starting to bloom now, and I love the fragrant blooms on the guacamole. Just looking really pretty in here. Lots of blooms actually in this garden here by my shed. This is my shed garden, and it's got lots of blooms, lots of perennials that are starting to bloom, and they look amazing. Here is coneflowers, there is phlox, there is Rudbeckia, and also lots of buddleias that are blooming there as well. Bee balm is blooming here, and this side of the garden is just a stunning riot of color. More and more blooms are opening every day. Just looking beautiful. I'm just soaking it all in. Yeah, things are really looking great, and I thought I would give you this beautiful floral tour before I left. Here is beautiful black-eyed Susans and powwow wildberry echinacea. I do have blue boa agastaki in there, and I have Easy Does It rose, which is blooming. I love this color so much, it's gorgeous. And I do have my Sally Holmes rose, which is also blooming quite a bit. I cut it back and it's just gone crazy. More flowers here. There's monarda, there is daylilies, and my veg garden has been so productive this year, and I'm really thankful. I can't wait to see some of my tomatoes starting to turn red, and they are. So I've been like picking these and eating them, and it's just been glorious. And I just want to end with this little corner here, which turned out to be one of the most prettiest corners that I absolutely love. I mean, it started from nothing and it just became this mix of plants which I absolutely adore. I do have herbs in the front here. I have lavender, I have thyme, and I have sage, which are perennials for me. And I have helenium here, and I have beautiful sea of coneflowers, which are such a beautiful color. And I have the Rise Up Ombres rose there and Rise Up Lilac Days rose there. I have meant to be Queen Nectarine Agastaki there, and I have a beautiful hydrangea there which is called Torch. So it's just a beautiful mix of colors and plants, and I absolutely love it. And I have this beautiful guacamole hosta here which is starting to bloom as well. So just love this little bed here. And on this side I do have my Chicago Hardy fig tree, which overwintered in this spot, and I'm loving how it's looking here. We'll see how it does over time. And then I have my gracillus, I think, grass, which is kind of adding that wispy texture, and I'm excited to see this beautiful variegated hibiscus bloom this year. I moved it here last year, and I hope it likes this spot better. So that's it, my friends. I wanted to share my garden with you today and take you along on this beautiful, colorful walk with me. And I'm gonna miss my garden. Do you miss your garden when you are away? Let me know in comments below. I am really going to miss my garden, but I'm excited for taking a break as well. So I will see you when I'm back, and I hope everyone joining me has a fabulous day. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Preeti. I garden in Toronto in Zone 6, and I love to share my garden with you. So catch you in my next video very soon. Be well, friends. Bye.